Have you ever wondered how something as simple as a daily beer can impact your body, especially your intimate health? Many people think of beer as just a social drink, but did you know that its regular consumption can affect your prostate, circulation, and even your mood? If you're a man over 30 or 40, this video is crucial for you. In this video, we will dive deep into the surprising effects of beer on the male body, effects you may never have considered. From how beer affects your hormones, to its long-term impact on your sexual health, cardiovascular system, and even your sleep, we're going to explore it all. You'll learn about how beer can alter your testosterone levels, weaken your circulation, and even affect your ability to perform during intimate moments. But that's not all. This video will also show you the psychological toll alcohol dependency can take on your emotional well-being and relationships. We'll discuss how beer can affect your self-esteem and confidence, and even create a vicious cycle of emotional reliance. Plus, we'll highlight the hidden dangers beer poses to your metabolism and liver health, and how these long-term issues could influence your vitality as you age. So, if you want to protect your health, improve your intimate life, and make smarter choices about your alcohol consumption, stay with us till the end. This information could change the way you see beer and give you the insights you need to take charge of your well-being. Let's dive in. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Beer, a beverage often associated with social gatherings, relaxation, and a sense of camaraderie, holds much deeper and far-reaching effects on the male body than many realize. While a cold beer may feel refreshing after a long day or during a casual get-together with friends, its impact on the body, especially when consumed regularly, should not be overlooked. As a sexologist and a doctor with years of experience in understanding male health and well-being, I have witnessed firsthand how alcohol, particularly beer, can profoundly influence the delicate balance of the male body. Beer is not just a simple drink. It is a concoction that contains a range of complex compounds, including phytoestrogens, which are found in hops. Phytoestrogens are plant-derived compounds that have a molecular structure similar to estrogen, the primary female sex hormone. Although the estrogen-like effects of these compounds in men are not as potent as the natural estrogen women experience, they are still significant enough to have an impact on the male body when consumed in excess. Over time, regular beer consumption can gradually shift a man's hormonal balance, potentially leading to changes in sexual health, physical appearance, and overall well-being. One of the key areas of concern with the consumption of beer and its phytoestrogens is the potential for increased estrogen levels in the male body. Medical studies have shown that when men drink 3 or more beers a day, it can raise estrogen levels, which in turn can have a range of consequences. Although estrogen is primarily thought of as a female hormone, it is also naturally present in men in smaller quantities. However, an increase in estrogen, especially when it is not balanced by adequate testosterone, can disrupt the hormonal equilibrium. This imbalance can lead to a reduction in sexual desire and performance, particularly in terms of erectile function. Imagine for a moment a man who once enjoyed a healthy, active sex life, but who gradually starts to notice a decline in his libido, sexual stamina, and erectile function. This can be both distressing and frustrating. The emotional toll can be severe, as many men feel a sense of loss, confusion, and anxiety about the changes they're experiencing. Over time, this disruption can begin to erode self-confidence and even damage relationships. In addition to a decrease in sexual desire, the increase in estrogen levels can also lead to other physical changes in the male body, such as the development of beer belly fat, gynecomastia, enlargement of breast tissue, and a decrease in muscle mass. These changes, though subtle at first, can have a significant psychological impact, making a man feel less masculine and less attractive, which further perpetuates feelings of inadequacy. Beyond the hormonal effects, beer's primary ingredient, alcohol, has a direct impact on the male body, particularly in terms of blood circulation. Alcohol, even in small to moderate amounts, is a known vasodilator, which means it causes blood vessels to expand, allowing for increased blood flow. At first, this might seem like a positive effect, as more blood can flow to the male genitalia, improving the immediate physical response. However, the long-term effects of alcohol on circulation can be far more detrimental. Chronic alcohol consumption can weaken the blood vessels over time, reducing the efficiency of blood circulation throughout the body, including the penis. This decreased efficiency can impair erectile function, as the male organ relies heavily on healthy blood flow to achieve and maintain an erection. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In the short term, a single beer may not have any noticeable impact on sexual performance. However, regular and heavy drinking can gradually reduce the body's ability to respond to sexual stimuli, as the blood vessels that supply the penis become less efficient and more susceptible to damage. This can lead to erectile dysfunction, a condition that affects millions of men worldwide and is often linked to long-term alcohol use. Erectile dysfunction is not just a physical condition, it is an emotional and psychological one as well. The frustration, embarrassment, and anxiety that accompany it can create a vicious cycle, where the fear of failure in the bedroom only exacerbates the problem, leading to further sexual dysfunction. Moreover, beer can have significant effects on mood and mental clarity. Regular consumption of alcohol alters brain chemistry, and over time, this can contribute to feelings of depression, anxiety, and irritability. A man who drinks beer frequently may find that his mood fluctuates more dramatically, and he may struggle with feelings of sadness or anger that were not present before. This emotional volatility can have a profound impact on relationships, as communication and intimacy become more difficult. A once vibrant, confident individual can begin to withdraw, become irritable, or lose interest in social or intimate activities, all of which can be linked back to the effects of alcohol on the brain and body. It's also important to consider the long-term physical health consequences of drinking beer regularly. While moderate consumption may seem harmless, chronic drinking, especially excessive drinking, can lead to a range of health issues beyond sexual dysfunction. Beer, with its high calorie content and ability to promote fat storage, contributes to weight gain and can lead to the development of obesity. The beer belly is a familiar sight in many men who drink regularly, and this excess weight can further exacerbate the risk of erectile dysfunction. Obesity can lead to reduced testosterone levels, which then compounds the hormonal imbalances caused by the phytoestrogens in beer. The combination of these factors creates a perfect storm for deteriorating sexual health and overall well-being. Additionally, regular beer consumption can strain the liver and other organs, leading to liver disease, high blood pressure, and an increased risk of stroke and heart disease. These long-term health issues, while not immediately visible, can contribute to a general decline in energy, stamina, and physical vitality, further reducing one's quality of life. The cumulative impact of beer on the body goes far beyond the immediate pleasure it may provide. It creates a host of long-term health risks that can ultimately affect a man's physical, emotional, and psychological state. While the occasional beer may not seem harmful, the key is moderation. Habitual drinking, especially in large quantities, poses significant risks to male sexual health, and these risks are compounded by the emotional and psychological toll that comes with a decline in sexual performance and overall well-being. The effects of regular beer consumption are often subtle at first, creeping up on a man until the damage is done. However, by understanding the long-term consequences of this seemingly innocent habit, men can make more informed choices about their health. Reducing or eliminating alcohol consumption, particularly beer, may not only improve sexual health but also enhance overall vitality, mental clarity, and emotional well-being. The path to better health starts with awareness, and sometimes it takes more than just one decision to get back on track. It requires a commitment to making lasting, positive changes that will ultimately benefit both the body and the mind. The prostate gland, often referred to as the silent guardian of male health, is intricately connected to a variety of factors, with lifestyle habits playing a crucial role in its overall well-being. Among the many lifestyle choices that affect prostate health, alcohol consumption stands out as one of the most significant. In particular, regular and excessive beer drinking has been repeatedly linked to an increased risk of developing serious prostate issues as men grow older. It's a disturbing reality that many men face, and often, these risks are not given the attention they deserve until it's too late. Scientific research has found that those who consume beer frequently, especially in large quantities, are at a higher risk of experiencing prostate conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, a condition where the prostate gland swells, causing it to press against the urinary tract. This, in turn, results in a cascade of problems, the most prominent being difficulty in urination. At first, it may seem like a minor inconvenience, but for those who endure it, it becomes a daily struggle. Imagine the frustration and discomfort of having to rush to the bathroom at inconvenient times, or worse, not being able to empty your bladder fully. These seemingly small symptoms can snowball into major issues, affecting not only a man's physical comfort but also his emotional well-being. As the prostate enlarges, it also exerts pressure on the surrounding structures, including the bladder and the urethra. This can lead to frequent urination, the inability to empty the bladder completely, and even pain while urinating. The repercussions are not limited to urinary health alone. The quality of sexual health is also compromised, as the enlarged prostate presses against the urinary tract, limiting sexual function. This condition can lead to a decrease in libido, erectile dysfunction, and other intimate problems that affect relationships. It's incredibly disheartening to think that something as vital as the ability to enjoy a fulfilling, intimate life could be so directly impacted by a behavior like alcohol consumption. For many men, the ability to engage in a meaningful, enjoyable relationship with their partners is integral to their sense of self-worth and happiness. To lose that ability, or to have it diminished, can be devastating. However, the effects of alcohol on prostate health extend far beyond just the physical symptoms of BPH. From a psychological perspective, the consumption of alcohol, particularly beer, has a profound impact on emotional well-being and personal relationships. For many individuals, alcohol serves as a coping mechanism, a way to deal with the stresses of life or emotional turmoil. While this may provide temporary relief, it quickly becomes a vicious cycle. The emotional dependence on alcohol grows, and with it, a heightened sense of emotional numbness. Beer, in this context, is not just a beverage but a means of escape, a way to drown out feelings of inadequacy, stress, or loneliness. However, this short-term escape comes at a steep cost. Emotional dependence on alcohol can erode self-esteem, leading individuals to feel less confident in themselves and more disconnected from their partners. Psychologists warn that even moderate alcohol consumption can have subtle but lasting effects on one's self-image. As men become more reliant on alcohol to manage their emotions, they often begin to experience a decline in their perception of their bodies. Self-esteem, which plays such a crucial role in intimate relationships, starts to falter. It becomes difficult to engage in sexual relationships with the same level of confidence, joy, and satisfaction when one feels disconnected from their own physical and emotional health. As a result, intimacy, one of the most fulfilling aspects of a relationship, becomes a source of anxiety rather than pleasure. This downward spiral of emotional reliance on alcohol and its consequences on self-image can seriously undermine the quality of both mental health and intimate relationships. In addition to these emotional and psychological impacts, the metabolic effects of beer are significant contributors to a man's declining health, particularly as he ages. Beer, though widely enjoyed, is loaded with empty calories and high levels of carbohydrates. These are quickly converted into fat, particularly around the abdomen. This weight gain, often referred to as beer belly, is not just a superficial concern, it poses serious health risks. Abdominal fat accumulation, in particular, is associated with a range of health issues, including decreased circulation and metabolic syndrome. When it comes to intimate health, the consequences are particularly worrying. Fat buildup around the abdominal organs can impede blood flow, which is essential for maintaining the function of the male organ during intimate moments. Poor circulation, particularly in the pelvic region, can lead to erectile dysfunction and other issues related to sexual performance. As frustrating as this may sound, it is a reality that many men face as they grow older, and it's directly linked to poor lifestyle choices, including excessive alcohol consumption. Moreover, weight gain, especially in the form of abdominal fat, has been shown to affect testosterone levels. Testosterone, the primary male sex hormone, plays a key role in maintaining sexual desire, arousal, and performance. As testosterone levels drop, which can occur due to excess fat and alcohol consumption, a man's ability to perform sexually and his overall sense of vitality can be severely diminished. It's heartbreaking to think that something as enjoyable and culturally ingrained as drinking beer could have far-reaching consequences for both physical and emotional health. The impact of alcohol on prostate health is not just a medical concern. It's a deeply personal issue that touches upon one's quality of life, self-esteem, and relationships. It's a reminder that what we choose to put into our bodies has profound implications on our overall health and well-being. By prioritizing our health, making better lifestyle choices, and reducing alcohol consumption, we can protect not only our prostate health but also our emotional and intimate well-being. It's never too late to make changes that lead to a healthier, more fulfilling life. Ultimately, the decision to be mindful of our habits, to respect our bodies, and to cultivate better, more meaningful relationships with ourselves and others is the key to living a life that's not just long but also rich in quality, vitality, and emotional connection. Alcohol may offer temporary relief, but the long-term cost to both physical health and intimate relationships is too high to ignore. The time to change is now, and the rewards are immeasurable. Not just in terms of physical health, but in the love, joy, and connection we share with those we care about most. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. The impact of excessive beer consumption on health is profound and multifaceted, affecting not just the liver and weight, but also causing significant damage to the cardiovascular system, an issue that is often underestimated. For men, the health of the cardiovascular system is intimately connected to many aspects of life, particularly intimate relationships. Many may not realize just how much the functionality of the male reproductive system depends on the heart and blood vessels. The body's ability to respond to intimacy relies on an efficient circulatory system to deliver adequate blood flow to vital areas. And this is where the hidden dangers of beer consumption come into play. Beer, when consumed in large quantities, increases the levels of triglycerides and cholesterol in the blood. This, over time, contributes to the buildup of plaque in the arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis. It is a slow and insidious process, often happening without any obvious signs until it has already caused significant damage. As the arteries become narrower and more rigid, blood flow is restricted. This means that not only is the heart at risk, but so are other parts of the body, including the pelvic area, which plays a critical role in sexual health. Reduced circulation to the genitals can impair a man's ability to achieve or maintain an erection, leading to difficulties in sexual performance. The result is a decline in intimate relationships, as men with circulation problems and atherosclerosis may struggle with feelings of inadequacy, frustration, and diminished self-esteem. The emotional toll of these physical changes cannot be overstated. When the body fails to respond in the way it once did, it can lead to a deep sense of disconnection, not just from one's partner but also from oneself. Moreover, the relationship between alcohol and cardiovascular health is not limited to the effects of cholesterol and plaque buildup. Alcohol also has a direct impact on the way the blood vessels function. Beer, like other alcoholic beverages, causes blood vessels to expand initially, which is why people often feel a temporary rush or sense of warmth after drinking. However, over time, this dilation can have a detrimental effect. Chronic alcohol consumption can weaken the ability of the blood vessels to contract back to their normal state. This results in poor vascular tone, leading to an overall reduction in the ability of the cardiovascular system to support the body's various needs. This, in turn, affects how well a person can perform in intimate situations, further straining relationships. And it's not just about physical performance. This kind of sustained vascular damage can also cause emotional distress, as men begin to experience not just physical limitations but also a sense of aging and decline, leading to a profound loss of confidence. Another often overlooked effect of excessive alcohol, including beer, is its impact on the liver. The liver is the body's natural detoxifier, and it plays an essential role in metabolizing alcohol, removing toxins, and producing vital substances that help maintain balance in the body. The liver is responsible for processing not only alcohol but also the hormones that regulate mood, energy, and sexual function. However, when the liver is overwhelmed due to the constant burden of alcohol, its ability to function properly begins to diminish. The liver's capacity to produce essential hormones, including testosterone, is greatly impaired. Testosterone, the hormone that fuels a man's sexual drive, energy, and vitality, begins to decline. In older men, this effect is particularly pronounced, as the liver's overall efficiency decreases with age. Testosterone is not just a key player in sexual health, it also influences mood, motivation, and energy levels. When testosterone levels drop, men often experience a loss of interest in sex, a decrease in overall energy, and a reduction in their sense of vitality. The emotional fallout from low testosterone is significant. Men may feel drained, uninterested in their hobbies, and disconnected from their partners. This can lead to a deep sense of frustration, confusion, and sadness, as they struggle with the loss of an essential part of their identity. Perhaps one of the most surprising and misunderstood consequences of drinking beer regularly is its impact on sleep. Many people believe that alcohol helps them sleep, as it can induce drowsiness, but this belief is misleading. Alcohol, including beer, has a disruptive effect on sleep quality, particularly in the deep, restorative stages of sleep. Alcohol interferes with the brain's ability to cycle through the various stages of sleep, especially the rapid eye movement, REM phase, which is essential for mental and emotional recovery. While a person may fall asleep more easily after drinking, their sleep is often shallow and fragmented. This leads to reduced overall rest, leaving the body and mind fatigued. For men over the age of 50, this can become a serious issue. Poor sleep over time leads to a cascade of health problems, both physical and psychological. As sleep quality deteriorates, cognitive function suffers, and the risk of developing conditions like Alzheimer's disease or other neurodegenerative disorders increases. The toll on mental health is also significant. Chronic sleep deprivation leads to mood swings, irritability, and a decreased ability to concentrate. These symptoms not only affect daily life but also have a profound impact on relationships. For couples, poor sleep quality can create distance, as one partner becomes increasingly exhausted, grumpy, and emotionally distant. The strain this puts on relationships can lead to feelings of loneliness, frustration, and emotional disconnect. In my personal opinion, the dangers of excessive alcohol consumption, particularly beer, are often not fully recognized by many. The short-term effects of beer may seem harmless, but the long-term consequences are severe and far-reaching. It's not just about feeling a little off after a night of drinking. It's about the slow, cumulative toll that it takes on the body, mind, and relationships. Men, in particular, are vulnerable to the hidden dangers of beer, as it affects their cardiovascular health, liver function, hormonal balance, and sleep patterns. Over time, this can leave them feeling not just physically depleted, but emotionally drained and disconnected from the world around them. The effects are subtle at first, but they accumulate, affecting not just physical health but also mental well-being and intimate relationships. Moderation, self-awareness, and a commitment to making healthier lifestyle choices are crucial to maintaining a healthy, balanced life. The reality is that the decisions we make today about alcohol, health, and well-being will shape the quality of our lives tomorrow. And while it may be difficult to make these changes, the long-term rewards of taking care of our bodies, minds, and relationships are immeasurable. The key to a fulfilling and vibrant life lies in understanding the long-term effects of our choices and taking steps to protect our health, our emotional well-being, and our relationships with those we love. One of the most overlooked yet crucial aspects of beer consumption, especially in older men, is its profound impact on the immune system. While it might seem harmless to indulge in a beer now and then, excessive alcohol intake can wreak havoc on the body's natural defenses, leaving it defenseless against the onslaught of infections and diseases. The immune system, which is designed to protect us from harmful bacteria, viruses, and illnesses, is slowly undermined with each drink. For older men, this can result in a variety of health issues, particularly in the urinary tract. The likelihood of urinary infections increases significantly, making daily life uncomfortable, painful, and at times, downright miserable. These infections don't just affect physical health. They also chip away at one's dignity, as dealing with such issues can be both embarrassing and frustrating. And it's not just the urinary tract. Chronic alcohol use weakens the entire immune system, making it harder for the body to heal and recover from minor illnesses. As the immune system weakens, it doesn't just cause a sense of vulnerability, it creates an overwhelming sense of fatigue. Energy levels plummet, leaving an individual feeling sluggish and drained as if the weight of the world is on their shoulders. Simple tasks become more difficult, and the desire to engage in physical activities wanes. This gradual decline in vitality leads to a more sedentary lifestyle, and before long, the sense of loss becomes profound. When you feel tired all the time, when your body no longer responds the way it used to, life starts to feel like it's slipping through your fingers. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But the consequences of excessive beer consumption don't stop with physical health. It can have a devastating impact on one's most intimate relationships. Alcohol, even in small amounts, can slowly erode the bond between partners. The more a person turns to alcohol to unwind or escape, the more they become emotionally distant from those around them. Relationships are built on trust, communication, and emotional connection. But when one partner is consistently preoccupied with their next drink, the other partner is left feeling neglected, unimportant, and isolated. Over time, this emotional distance grows wider, and what once felt like a fulfilling connection can become strained, cold, and filled with unresolved tension. The non-drinking partner may begin to feel like they are competing for attention, not just with the drink itself, but with the addiction it creates. The frustration mounts, leading to hurt feelings, anger, and, in many cases, deep resentment. The absence of meaningful communication becomes painfully evident. What was once casual conversation or moments of shared laughter now feel awkward, stilted, and forced. The physical intimacy that was once an expression of love and connection begins to fade into the background, replaced by awkward silences and a growing emotional divide. In the worst cases, this can lead to full-blown emotional detachment, where both partners exist in the same space but are worlds apart. What was once a strong, vibrant relationship slowly crumbles, leaving both individuals feeling more alone than ever. The idea of intimacy becomes hollow, and the connection feels more like a distant memory than a present reality. For older men, who may already be navigating the complexities of aging, maintaining a fulfilling life is more important than ever. With time becoming a more precious commodity, the desire to remain physically active, emotionally present, and connected to loved ones becomes paramount. It is crucial, then, for them to understand the far-reaching consequences of excessive alcohol consumption. It is not just about avoiding the physical ailments associated with a weakened immune system or urinary infections. It's about protecting the heart of their existence, their relationships. The emotional bonds they share with their partners, family, and friends are not to be taken for granted. The joy of companionship, the satisfaction of a life lived in harmony with others, and the simple pleasure of good health are priceless treasures. Making the conscious choice to limit alcohol consumption, or even abstain altogether, is not just about protecting the body. It is a declaration of self-respect and a commitment to living a life filled with purpose and clarity. Choosing moderation, focusing on healthy habits, and being mindful of the long-term effects on both the body and mind can help preserve the quality of life. It allows for a greater sense of vitality and energy, not just for oneself but also for those around them. By prioritizing health and emotional connection, older men can ensure that they remain fully engaged with life, maintaining the energy to enjoy relationships, build new memories, and face the future with optimism and strength. In the end, it's about living fully, not just existing. It's about making choices that enhance your life, rather than diminish it. And for many, that choice begins with understanding the impact alcohol can have and choosing to live a life of moderation, health, and connection. As we wrap up today's video, I want to take a moment to reflect on what we've learned. We've talked about the long-term effects of excessive beer consumption, from its impact on the immune system to how it affects our relationships and overall well-being. The consequences are not just physical. They can be deeply emotional and can influence the quality of our lives in ways we might not always realize. So, let me ask you, what have you learned today? What stood out to you the most? Is there something new that made you think twice about your habits or relationships? Please share one thing you've learned and how you plan to put it into practice in your life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below this video. And remember, if you enjoyed this content and found it helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful videos like this. Your support means a lot to us. Let's keep the conversation going. Leave your comment below, and stay tuned for more valuable content.